Oi, 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 we have an account in crisis. What is up, guys? This is Cope, and I swear to God, you've never seen an account quite like this one before. And this one is putting my account takeover skills to the test. This is what the Great Hall looks like currently. Ooh, huge investments into attack, a little bit of neglecting going on with the accuracy, a lot neglecting actually, and a lot of nodes kind of filled in all over the place. This is what the champion collection looks like, and you might be able to tell by the Adelin's speed that right away, something is a little bit amiss with the champion builds on this account. And there's a lot of good champions, man. Not knocking this collection at all, man. This is great, dude. We've got the physics on this account. We've got the Estrid. We've got the Armands. We've got some great legendaries built out on the account. The builds, however, I mean, let's take Banshee, for example. Oi, 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 oi. What is the Banshee doing in all Slayer gear? I haven't actually checked out most of these builds. We've got the Mordecai in a lifesteal set going on. What's the Ninja in again? Ninja's also in lifesteal. Sun Wukong is in all Savage. Very little accuracy to speak of. There's a lot for me to get to fixing on this account. Frankly, I've already been working on this account for like an hour behind the scenes, and so I'll show you what I've got done so far in terms of repairing stuff on this account. This account with this insane champion roster is stuck on Spider 15 and can't pull more than a couple million damage across 3 keys against normal Hydra. We got some fixing to do. Let's get at it, man. Now, first of all, I will say if you want to get involved in this account takeover series, then make sure to go ahead and join my Discord server, which is linked down below in the video description box. You can then submit your account in the account takeovers channel in that Discord server for a chance of appearing in this series. However, do note that I will be prioritizing accounts that were kickstarted using my beginner promo link to feature in this series. So make sure to start off a fresh new raid account using my beginner promo link, which is down below at the top of the video description box, man, to guarantee, or all but guarantee, that you're going to get involved in this series and start off your new raid account with 4 free epic champions, because why the hell would you not? It's the best beginner promo link that exists, and it will get you a priority pass, if you will, for getting involved in this account takeover series if you create your account using that link. Alright, man, so first of all, the Great Hall. You have to get one of these nodes in the Great Hall up to a rank 10 for one of the upcoming Arbiter missions anyway, and so I'd say just go ahead and take this attack node all the way up to 10. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we're most of the way there already, so I'd say just finish this attack node and get it up to 10 now that we're already so close. Then as soon as this is rank 10, I'd go ahead and switch focus onto the accuracy nodes and get 2 of these up to rank 10 as well, because you're also going to have an upcoming mission that requires you to do that after the Arbiter missions. And accuracy is frankly a billion times more useful as a stat. It's a required stat to build out on like 85% of champions that exist in Raid Shadow Legends, and so yeah, get this attack node finished up just because we're so close, and then change course into accuracy. Now, as for the champion builds, and just to show, by the way, we have this insane champion roster, and I ain't kidding, man. Spider's Den, stage 15, that is our cap right now on this account. It's also a similar story as well in Fire Knight's Castle, which is just nuts. We have the power on this account to be clearing stage 25. No problem, man. It's going to take a lot of rebuilding. I don't even know if I can get to all of it in one single takeover session. Might have to be like a 2-part session or something for this account, because honestly, almost every single champion here needs a rebuild. Straight up. Okay, so these are some of the rebuilds that I've got to doing so far. There is free gear removal on right now, but as you can see, man, we've got like the likes of flat attack boots going on the Rathalos, which is not super great. I'll just move my camera over a little bit so you guys can see what gear I'm clicking on and stuff. Crit damage, crit rate gauntlets on the Rathalos. We've got some good pieces in here, man. We've got an accuracy ascended chest piece over here as well. This is the build that I planned out for the Rathalos that we're just going to go ahead and try on all up in here as well. And we're not changing any of his accessory artifacts at all. Not because I don't want to. These aren't the best accessory artifacts in the world. I think it's like a resistance banner and like an HP amulet and stuff. But if we're going to try and push the Rathalos to run in full Slayer gear and get that 9-piece set bonus, then sure, we'll go ahead and leave the Rathalos as he is in terms of that. But with this new Rathalos build, yes, he loses a little bit of crit damage, and yes, he loses a little bit of attack, but this is going to push him up towards much closer to 100% crit rate. His defensive stats are a little bit better as well, but mostly I've just got to kind of pull some gear back and forth. Because there's a lot of gear right now. We've got to do a big gear switch around on the Ninja, big gear switch around on the Wukong. This is just the best build I can put together to get the Rathalos towards 100% crit. with what we have. And we're also taking this bloody attack percentage Slayer chestplate off of the Banshee, okay, because it really just doesn't belong on her at all. So I'm going to go ahead and equip these up just now. Next along, we now have the Wukong, who we also have a build ready to go for as well, and I will do some live rebuilds real quick as well, but we're going to completely re-gear the Wukong in terms of he was in like a whole bunch of Slayer gear. Now we are building him out with a couple pieces of Perception and some Relentless pieces to mostly bolster up his accuracy by a crap load. Ideally, we're also going to be able to switch out his banner as well for this pinpoint banner, so just get his accuracy up to a place where he can actually land some meaningful debuffs against the likes of Hydra and stuff like that. And the Relentless piece, you know, it's going to maintain his speed, it gets his crit rate up, it gets his crit damage up by a hell of a lot, where before it just kind of sucked. So let's go ahead and get these equipped all up on the Sun Wukong. Now, we did also pull a bunch of gear just now off of the Phalanx, but frankly, he's still level 50. I'm just going to leave him alone. I'm not going to touch him yet. We can touch up his gear towards the end of the takeover or something, but he's not a super high priority for us to get re-geared. Unlike the good old ninja whose chestplate we just stolen and is sitting here in some lifesteal gear, and he just doesn't have enough accuracy to be landing his debuffs as well. So once again, another preset right here just kind of built up where I'm stealing some gear off of Armanz and Estrid in order to make this work, but frankly he's going to gain a billion crit damage. His crit rate is going to get basically doubled, almost up to the 100% cap, which is great. He loses a little bit of speed, but that's fine. He's also going to gain some accuracy too, and we've also got some accessories to throw on him as well. Now, these accessories are not upgraded. There's not much silver on this account. I don't want to roll up that much gear. I want to leave that to Mr. Average Joe, the account owner, to roll this gear up during like an artifact enhancement event or something. Some crit damage on the ninja is going to be great. A couple of pinpoint accessories is going to help to boost up his speed a little bit because he was quite slow. Accuracy banner is going to get him up to where he needs to be in terms of like 250 plus accuracy. Yeah, it's just going to be, it's just a complete rebuild for the ninja. I think it's going to be grand, and I think this build, even now with unupgraded accessories, is still going to do a hell of a lot better for him than what we had going on before. Oh god, I'd almost forgotten about the Ant-Man's build, dude. Oh, yo. So he's got like attack percentage gauntlets and boots. He just has no speed, a flat HP chest. Just as a quick FYI, man, never ever, almost under any circumstances, should a flat stat HP or gloves or boots ever be taken up to rank 16. I think there's a case to be made for taking some like 9-piece, like super hard to get sets up to like a rank 12. You know, if you really want to make use of their set bonus, and that's very important to building out the champ, but for the most part, that should just never, ever happen. So, Armanz's new build is a complete overhaul where we're just stripping down his attack by a hell of a lot, because frankly, he doesn't need it. We're switching on over to the... Oh, whoops, what the hell did I just do? Okay, there we go, it's re-equip, man. Yeah, we're stripping down his attack by a lot, we're bolstering up his defensive stats a little bit. We are more than doubling his speed. He needs to be as fast as possible. He's not even ascended, so I actually can't fully switch over his accessory artifacts just yet. But ideally, well, we'll get to those in just a little bit, actually. His crit rate gets tanked, his crit damage gets tanked, doesn't matter. We're just working on his accuracy and his speed. He needs to be as fast as possible with good accuracy so that he can land what he's good at, which is his crowd control skills, which is the most important thing for Armanz, generally speaking. Okay, I've never built out an Armanz before, to be honest. But yeah, I will also go back into the preset manager. We do have at least his ring planned out as well, and just getting a pinpoint ring on the Armanz is going to be quite important for just bolstering out, again, his accuracy. And frankly, Mr. Average Joe, for when you're watching this, man, you also want to go ahead and just slam the... I think you have a crit damage. Oh, no. Okay, so we got an HP amulet here for pinpoint. That double rolled into accuracy. Go ahead and slam this on the Armanz as well. The 2-set piece bonus is going to give him even more speed, which is great. You want your Armanz to be as fast as you possibly can. So get this amulet on him when the time comes. And then just throw any old accuracy ban. Oh, we actually have a double speed roll accuracy banner here. This would be fantastic for the Armanz once he is 6-star ascended. Yeah, the Armanz's build is going to be a hell of a lot better once all of this is said and done. He's going to be nice and quick. He's going to have all the accuracy he needs to be landing his stuns and his 10-meter steal and all of that good stuff. And next up we have the Estrid, which, okay, so she's got a happy little Slayer ring that's sadly triple rolled into HP. The goddamn cruel chestplate coming in clutch here, man. And then a flat attack set of gauntlets. Oh my god. Yeah, these gauntlets are not great. These gauntlets are not great. Under actually any circumstance, I don't think there's a single champion in the game that these would be a good pair of gauntlets. Again, for gauntlets, you're really looking for defensive percentage stats or crit damage percentage for your nukers. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the main stats you're looking for in gauntlets. Flat stats are a huge no-go for your gauntlets. So we went ahead and this is the last set that I actually prepared sort of ahead of time a little bit. Good old Estrid new. We're going to go ahead and switch this one in. Also get in a pinpoint ring as well for just a little bit more accuracy there as well. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and... actually can't see half my screen because my cat is in the way, man. She's just watching the Estrid rebuild. I think she likes all the little icons on the screen, man. Oh, she's such a good girl, she is. She's such a good girl, man. She's called Numpkin, and she's glorious. Okay, man. So yeah, this is what the upgraded Estrid build is going to look like. We're just focusing a hell of a lot more on speed stats, trying to maintain the accuracy as best as we can, at the cost of just getting rid of some of that mangy crit rate and all those attack stats and stuff like that. Frankly, it's just not needed. We're switching a lot of gear over from the Miscreated Monster as well. Some triple speed roll gauntlets, some meh roll, I guess, chestplate action just because it has some defensive stats and speed. We're starting to struggle a little bit here for decent artifacts to switch on, but as far as building an Estrid goes from what she had before, I think that this build is a pretty decent upgrade. Once again, she's going to be looking for the likes of some good old accuracy banner, ideally with speed rolls would be great on the Estrid as well. Just try and get some of those like early set bonuses going for pinpoint. Again, the accuracy and the speed is going to be a big help. And then we can also at least try and throw on one of the pinpoint amulets. They're only 4 stars. Either which way, man, just a good old accuracy pinpoint banner would go a long way. We just can't equip it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and slam this gear all up and on the Estrid so that she is now ready to rock and roll. Oh my god, man. Dude, these builds are incredible. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you the truth, man. I don't mean to throw shade with this, by the way. I'm not trying to, like... we just gotta make light of these things. You know what I'm saying, man? Anyways, the next champ I'm gonna take a look at is honestly one of the only provokers we have going on the entire account, which is gonna be Vizix the Unbowed. Her accuracy is actually looking quite good. Her defensive stats are okay, very low on HP. That's probably just owing to a lack of accessories and stuff as well, but his speed is just deadly bad. So I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the Vizix because something tells me we're going to be using Vizix to progress in both Fire Knight and Spider's Den as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get to rebuilding Vizix, and we'll do this one semi-live. I think that the weapon can stay. It's got a double accuracy roll, which is lovely. We're aiming for like north of what, 230, 240-ish accuracy to get us started into Hydra and to clear at least stage 20, I guess, of all of the dungeons. And so, yeah, I think that the weapon can stay. The helmet is a little bit lackluster, and of course the instinct set is just a complete mismatch for what we're looking to get from Vizix. Of course, she's a tanky provoker. We're looking for HP percentage, defense percentage, speed and accuracy. That's it, really. And so while the speed is useful, the ignores enemy defense is really doing nothing on Vizix, given that she's not really there to be doing damage at all. So let's see what we can put together here, man. I like to start out my rebuilds by just grabbing the boots first, and ideally 6-star boots. I don't mind looking for equipped boots as well here, because frankly we might have some pretty good boots equipped on somebody who just doesn't much need them. Oh my goodness. We have some pretty amazing perception boots equipped on a Doom Priest right now, which is a bit of a mismatch because Doom Priest doesn't need accuracy at all, so she's not benefiting from most of the perception set bonus here. So I'm probably going to go ahead and just steal these off of the Doom Priest real quick. We will rebuild the Doom Priest though. She's going to be an amazing champion for us into Hydra as well, so... oh god, I'm going to be here all night, man. I've already been here for like an hour and a half, you know, before I started actually shooting the video. And so, yeah, we got a lot to get to in this one, but it's fun. It's good stuff, you know. Okay, so this is what we got for the Vizix so far. We're going to have to pull some gear off all kinds of people, man. But we got the boots from the Doom Priest, we got the HP from the Miscreated Monster, defense gauntlets coming off the Frenzy, I think this champ is called. I think it might still be a level 50 champ though, so we're not really getting that much use out of it. These gloves are going to be much better spent. Double speed roll, defense percent on the Vizix. From the Hotatsu, who I believe is also level 50. HP percent, defense percent, bit of accuracy. Good stuff, you know. Helmet, bow, almost 200 accuracy. Not bad, a hell of a lot better speed, better defense, better health. Of course, once we eventually have accessories unlocked on physics as well, we should just be looking for either an HP amulet or a defense amulet, whichever one rolls into just good accuracy stats, all up and over here. And then I think we also have a banner, an accuracy banner for... yeah, we have a great accuracy banner here that we could also equip under the physics as well. Fully max this out. Some speed rolls would be great. Defense percent rolls wouldn't be the end of the world. And this is going to put our accuracy up to something like 270 or something very, very healthy indeed. But we can't quite do those right now. So we'll just go ahead and get this gear equipped up on the physics. I will take a quick look at the miscreated monster whose gear I have absolutely savaged. And so we need to sort of recuperate his accuracy stats just a little bit. So I'll just work on that real fast. Oh man, with the understanding that we're not really using the miscreated monster in like super progression content, given that he's just still level 50, probably just use him in faction wars and stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and just equip these two rank 16, otherwise disused, defined pieces that at least have a little bit of accuracy on each of them. Get him up to like 150 again. Again, once we send this guy up and get him like another amulet or whatever, we can look to work on his accuracy a little bit more, but we'll just look to leave him about where he is. Another chap that I can't leave as they are, actually a couple, man. Cold Heart? Oh my god. The Cold Heart's crit rate is not close to high enough. It needs to be 70% for Cold Heart. And also, where's the Mordecai, man? I mean, the Doom Priest needs change as well. Okay, Doom Priest, Mordecai. The Ugo's in Slayer gear. Oh, God. Oh, dude. Man, rebuilding this account is so much fun. I gotta admit, man. This is crazy as hell, man, to build on some of these champs. There was also... where the hell was the Mordecai? Oh, there he is, man. Yeah, the Mordecai in his crazy, crazy lifesteal gear. You know what? His stats are actually fine. I'm almost tempted just to leave the Mordecai where he is. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here all night. But the Mordecai definitely shouldn't need to be in lifesteal gear. More like perception, accuracy, you know, speed gear, that kind of thing would do just fine. Mostly perception on Mordecai, but okay. Damn, we actually have one of our Cold Hearts not built at all, even. One of our level 50 Cold Hearts are just kind of sitting there, man. Pretty sure these two Cold Hearts could basically just solo Fire Knight completely for us on this account, but let's just get this one rebuilt first. And here is the rebuild on the Cold Heart, man. So we bolstered up our accuracy just a little bit. Her crit damage is slightly improved. Her crit rate is not quite 70%, which is what she needs for a 100% crit chance on her A3, which is, of course, her most important skill by a lot. It's 3% off. It's okay. Her speed is improved. It's still quite slow. This build would benefit a hell of a lot from her being 6 stars, so we could go ahead and throw like an accuracy pinpoint banner on her, where she can get some speed rolls all up and over here and get her accuracy stats up to a place where she can comfortably take on stage 25 dungeons and not be having her stuff resisted, right? Not having a 10 meter decrease resisted. And then she'd be in a pretty decent-ish spot to start just like focusing on more crit damage and stuff, which obviously these gauntlets aren't fully upgraded. Frankly, I've spent a few million silver on this account. We've got like 1 million left, you know, there wasn't very much silver for me to play with here, so I'm doing what I can with what I got, man. But this build drastically is going to improve the Cold Heart that we have built out. As for the second Cold Heart, I guess I'll leave her alone for now. The Ugo definitely needs a quick rebuild as well, so we'll jump on that real quick. And alright, man, this is the new Ugo build. Gone is all of that random attack and the random crit rate and crit damage and all that kind of stuff from all of those Slayer pieces. The HP's taking a little bit of a battering, but that's going to be helped out quite a bit when we get our hands onto some upgraded artifacts, accessories, which we don't have on right now, but the accuracy is looking in a much better place. The speed is greatly improved, still quite slow, but we haven't maxed out these boosts just yet, and of course we can apply glyphs and stuff like that to boost up the speed as well. I will say to Average Joe, if you're still watching this takeover, then if we go into the accessories, once you take your Ugo up to 6 stars, which you should do, by the way, Ugo, fantastic champion to take into Hydra, you can go ahead and equip this happy little pinpoint accessory right here, provided it rolls into some accuracy. This could be a great little piece for bolstering up your accuracy points. And then you can go ahead and equip something like, you know what, maybe even like the HP banner would be fine as well. On the Ugo, provided it goes into some speed rolls. Otherwise, we have an alternative banner here that's defense, HP percent. Speed rolls are possible here as well. Both of these items are just going to help to make Ugo even faster and boost up your accuracy even more. And I think that Ugo will be in an okay spot, or at least greatly improved from where she started out. Last, but certainly not least for me to touch on so far. Oh god, are we going to touch on the Deacon as well? Deacon's accuracy is kind of low too. Okay, I'll actually get to the Deacon first and foremost, man. Now that I look at it, the Deacon isn't actually that bad. We've at least prioritized like a whole crap load of speed rolls on the Deacon. The reflex set is a little bit strange, and I think I'll just leave the reflex gear on. The accuracy main chest plate is also just a little bit questionable. It's fine. We can leave this as it is for now. At least we've got some speed rolls going. Apart from these gauntlets. These gauntlets have most certainly got to go. Even in spite of like the substat rolls, the accuracy percent is doing absolutely nothing for us. Okay, screw it. Went ahead and pulled these gloves off of good old Loki, man. Replace them with some attack percentage ones that we'd also taken up to rank 16. So I guess they'll do fine on the Loki. These will do much, much better for the Deacon in terms of primary stats. As for his accessories, is it possible for us to just get a good old pinpoint ring on to bolster his accuracy a little more? This looks like a damn good candidate to roll up, so I'm just going to take it up to 8 and no further. It goes double defense, which is totally fine. So go ahead, throw this on. So now he's at 163 accuracy. Again, this Deacon, you know, getting his hands on another potentially pinpoint amulet, ideally one that's giving accuracy, or just a regular old amulet that's also rolling into accuracy, is going to help bolster his accuracy numbers a whole lot more, as would some levels into this chest plate. Again, the more and more champs that we kind of rebuild here, the more sort of answers we're running out to for rebuilding some of these guys. And frankly, there's still a lot of guys that could do with some rebuilding. If I'm just kind of sifting through the champs here, man, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, there's still a hell of a lot that we could work on here, man. Good old Educator and Slayer set as well. What's Eric's in? 6 pieces of bolster. Oh, yeah, there's just no way I can get to every champion tonight, man. It's been hours already, you know. I think the big takeaway from this is that just knowing what stats to prioritize on your champions is such a massive, massive deal. And so to Mr. Average Joe, the account owner for this, I will say that for your direct damage dealers, right, your big damage dealers with a lot of single target damage, the likes of Rathalos and Ninja, who we've rebuilt on this account, you're just aiming for 100% crit rate, which you're going to find in all of the substats across their gear. You're looking for as much crit damage as possible, meaning crit damage gloves and a crit damage amulet, if you can, are absolutely key. You're looking to build them with at least 170 speed. Even, you know, big damage dealers, you don't want them to be glacially slow. And then you're looking for things like attack percentage and stuff like that. And of course, if you're looking to build them out with accuracy, you need 10 accuracy for every dungeon stage that you are clearing. So if you're trying to clear stage 10 of Spider, you're going to need 100 accuracy. If you're going to try and clear stage 20, 200 accuracy, so on and so forth. And that's a good way to sort of get started with knowing how much accuracy you need. Now, the likes of Mordecai, yes, he might be a damage dealer, but he's not all about that direct damage. In fact, even his HP burn that gets placed on all enemies, it just places HP burn. It doesn't attack all enemies and then HP burn. So he doesn't need the crit at all. You just want him to have high enough accuracy to be landing his HP burn, then just have him nice and fast. And that's really all you want coming out from your Mordecai. Another clue is in the type of champion that he is, him being a support champion. The likelihood you're going to be building up as a nuker is quite low. I'd recommend if you're not sure about a champion, just look them up on YouTube. Ash has a crazy Raid Shadow Legends like champion builds channel where he covers almost every champion in the game, or at least he's making an effort to eventually cover every champion in the game. Banshee is another one of these support style champions. Slayer gear is not the name of the game for Banshee. She just wants to be fast. She's like an AoE debuffer. She's got a couple of attack all enemies skills, and so she would be fantastic in a stun set, which I don't know if we have available on this account right now. Oh my goodness. No, we actually don't have a single piece of stun set gear across the entire account. That's insane. That's crazy as hell, but that's the kind of gear set you want to be looking to use on your Frozen Banshee in future. You've got then got champions that are just pure support champions, like Apothecary. All he's doing is healing and giving speed buffs, and so just having an Apothecary built out with as much speed as possible, like this guy is way too slow, just build him out with as much speed as humanly possible, and then like some defensive percentage stats like HP or defense on his gloves and on his chest, and he'll do just grand. All he wants to do is move as quickly as possible and not die. That's really all there is to it. So that's how you want to be looking to build out the rest of the champs. I might tinker with a few more builds as well before I eventually wrap the takeover up, especially in the likes of Doom Priest, because she's going to be an integral champ for progressing into Hydra. But for right now, let's get into some dungeons, shall we? So we were having big troubles pushing into Spider's Den, and this is the Spider team that we've been using into stage 15. We're not really addressing that many of the Spider's mechanics here. To be honest, the AoE freeze from the ninja can be okay for controlling the spiderlings. Rathalos is great for one-shotting the spiderlings. Coltad is fantastic, so at least we're using the Coltad here. These two, on the other hand, not really doing a whole lot of anything. All we're looking to do on the Spiderling, I mean, we can definitely progress to stage 16 here. And this is the team that I set up just a little bit earlier on the account. What we're looking to do into the spiders is either one-shot or control all of the spiderlings as much as humanly possible, and then slow the speed and decrease the turn meter of the boss. And so we've kind of revamped most of the team here. We're going to be using Deacon as the speed or a lead to get us moving as fast as possible. He also brings some 10 meter decrease and some 10 meter fill for our entire team, which is going to be great. Visix on a A1 has a very, very high chance on a double hitter of decreasing enemy 10 meter. So all she's here for is just to spam the A1 into the boss. Rathalos is here to wipe the waves of spiderlings. Coltad is here to delete the boss's 10 meter. And then we have Estrid increasing our own speed, boosting our own 10 meter, as well as decreasing enemy 10 meters as well with her A2. And alright, let's give this a go, shall we? Now, bear in mind that the Estrid is not actually booked, the Visix is not booked, nor is she ascended, the Deacon is not ascended, which makes his A3 significantly weaker as well, but let's just see how we do, man. I did also tweak the team AI just a little bit, so the Rathalos opens up with his A2 instead of his big one-shot A3, because honestly, we could afford to buy ourselves a little bit of time to get his big AoE A2 online by sort of getting it off early. And let's just see how we do now, man. So the goal here is, again, just to control the spiderlings as much as we can. Visix is also going to come in just a second as well with her 10 meter decreaser against the boss. The boss has also got a decrease speed debuff active as well. We got one 10 meter decrease hit, which is just lovely. And let's just see what we can do here, man. Let's just see if this is enough. Another big slash comes in from Rathalos. Sadly, he's not quite able to one-shot the spiderlings, which is a little bit surprising. I thought I'd be able to get that job done, but struggling a little bit. But we are decreasing the boss's 10 meter just fine. Another big swing comes out from Rathalos. That was his A2 coming in clutch. Estrid is also helping out with the 10 meter decrease as well. And yeah, let's see if this run is actually successful, shall we? And that's why Rathalos is kind of struggling here. He's just negative affinity into this stage of Spider, which is why he's actually just struggling a little bit here, man. Yeah, Rathalos is going to be the weak link in this team, at least until we get past this stage. Okay, holy crap. So I was actually able to go back and manual our way through stage 16, just because it was so rough, man, for poor Rathalos. He was really struggling there, man. Let's move on to stage 16 and see if we can just go ahead and leave this one on full auto and see how it goes. I think it should be okay. Again, it's a little bit rough, just because of how long it takes Estrid and Deacon to get back around to using their skills, because neither of them are booked up. It's a little bit of a problem, but we'll see how this one pans out. Yes! Stage 16 cleared, man. Full auto, good stuff. Coltad, very squishy. If like 2 spiderlings get to attack into her, she almost dies. Yeah, Coltad being level 60 and getting the books on Deacon and Estrid, we're going to make this a hell of a lot easier, but onwards to stage 18 we go, and let's see how we do here, man. Lovely. So Rathalos does like a 10 billion times better job at one-shotting the spiderlings when he's not weak affinity, so that's why we're able to progress just a little bit easier through some of these stages, at least. That said, I mean, I'm not going to beat the dead horse, man. Skill books here would help a hell of a lot. Okay. We might be about to reach the limit of how far we can go here without books. Because, yeah, our skills just don't come back in time on these champions. Like, it's just coming back now. Like, we're just getting back around now to Estrid using the, using her big AoE 10 meter decreaser, the 10 meter boost, all that. Rathalos just getting back around to using his big A3 smack. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to clear this one consistently when Deacon's going to die in like 2 attacks like that. But the answer to this is not more defensive stats. It's just skill books and levels on these champions, you know. That said, Rathalos just hit this thing like an absolute truck. We might actually get to clear the stage if he keeps on landing big old smacks like that. So let's just see if he's actually going to finish things right here, right now. Not quite. That was a little bit of a crappy hit, to be honest. Oh no. Coltad is about to die, but the spider goes down first. So not a reliable clear here, exactly going into stage 18. But honestly, with skill books on the Deacon and on the Estrid, stage 20 should be absolutely no problem at all with this team. Let's turn our eyes towards Fire Knight's Castle next, where we still on stage 15 over here. And alright, man, this is the team that we have set up for stage 16 of Fire Knight, which again, we've never cleared on this account before. Looks very, very familiar to the Spider team because 10-meter control is again very, very important into Fire Knight. I've also thrown Ninja in here as well, mostly because we are using Ninja for his freeze, which we're only going to allow him to use on round 2, by the way, so he can just control that wave. Just help us get through the waves just a little bit, really. And then he's going to open up with his Hailburn triple hitter on the boss round itself, and I'm really doing that on a lot of these champs, right? I'm making sure that they open up with a lot of their multi-hitters, so we're just going to blast through the boss's shield as quickly as possible. The physics and their 10-meter control is going to come in absolutely clutch once again. The best of speed and just the huge speed increases coming in from the Estrid are also going to be a huge, huge deal. Same deal as well with the Deacon. He's got a double hitter AR1, and so he's great to bring into the Fire Knight Dungeon 2 for plinking down the shield. And let's just see how we do against this, shall we? Against the waves, I'm just letting everybody use everything to smash down the first wave. I'm not allowing Ninja to use his freeze on the first wave. We're saving that for the second wave when we don't really have that many cooldowns ready to go into this. So, yeah. I'll see you guys at the boss because it looks like it's going to go pretty good against the waves. And alrighty, here we go, all up and against the boss, man. So just get a little bit sketchy against the waves, actually, mostly because also the Ninja is not skill booked out, and so his freeze isn't 100% land rate. His cooldowns are a little long, but here we go with all of our multi-hitters, so we instantly blast through the boss's shield, and then we're just trying to land some 10-meter control as quickly as we can. Coltat and a big A3 are about to come in and just delete the boss's 10-meter completely and hit pretty hard as well, and there it is. Okay, now that the physics is able to just spam the crap out of our A1, we're good. Fire Knight done, man. Stage 16 done just like that. I think the biggest challenge for this team, to be honest, is with the lack of skill books getting through the waves as we go up in stages, but it looks like this is basically handled. Ninja's doing crazy boss damage as well, and so, yeah. Not bad, man. Not bad. On to the next stage. Cool, cool, cool. And just to show the kill, there it is. That's stage 16 cleared up. Onto 17. Alright, lovely. Next stage up, no problems at all besides getting to the boss. Coltat died in like the first attempt, just trying to get to the boss, which is a little bit of a problem. Yeah, nothing that skill books won't solve, but let's try out stage 18 while we're here. So once again, kind of had to manual getting through the waves, which is not completely ideal. Physics also being awakened as well, so she actually has her AoE provoke on her A3 would also be a huge, huge help for getting through the waves too. So there's a lot of things that we can do to really bolster up this team and make it much, much more impressive into the Fire Knight. But stage 18 cleared nonetheless. Okay, my god, I've been shooting for like half an hour already, man. Holy crap, that's just footage that we're using for the video. My god, man. But yeah, skill books into the champs, Ninja, Estrid, Deacon, no problem at all to get up to stage 20. Also awakening, throwing potions as well into the physics as well. Easily get us up to stage 20. Now, the last thing that we were going to touch on was actually going to be, let me just go ahead and claim your free gift there, man. Was going to be the likes of a beginner Hydra team, which we have more than enough here to surely throw together a good old normal Hydra team here. This is what we've currently been running, I guess. Wait a minute, no it's not. This is the team that I built a little bit earlier on the account and threw together as just like a ballpark team that we could potentially use. Sinesha just kind of built out to be used as a healer, Doom Priest, a bit more healing, debuff removal, that kind of thing. The block debuffs is like the most important debuff to bring on an AoE, and Sun Wukong, we built him out to have enough accuracy now to be able to take this thing down. Estrid is going to be amazing for AoE decrease speed, AoE weaken, as well as just some extra healing, increased speed buffs and all of that. And Ninja is just a great general damage dealer into Hydra as is, and so this is the team that I threw together. I'm going to go ahead and tweak the Doom Priest build, because I'm pretty sure it's a bit all over the place for the time being. Yeah, the poor gal doesn't even have a pair of boots equipped. Jesus. Okay, so a little bit of a hodgepodge of gear here on the Doom Priest, to be honest. A mix of Relentless that hits some speed rolls, HP percent on some Relentless boots as well. We just try to get her to be as defensively well-stated as we can, which is tough because she's only level 50, and so her defense numbers themselves are going to be very, very low. But we just try to get her to be as fast as possible. Accuracy doesn't matter at all on Doom Priest. You're just trying to get her to get a passive off as many times as you can, which is a heal, and removes one random debuff from all ally champions at the start of the turn. And let's see how this does into normal Hydra. The Doom Priest might just die horribly. She might just be too much of a weak link on this team, but let's just see how it goes. And I just realized that the Sinestro is built in lifesteal, so yeah, we've got to kind of pitch back a little bit and fix that. I'm just going to go ahead and tweak the Reliquary Tender's build instead. We'll just take along Reliquary Tender, man. I'm not going to go ahead and rebuild the whole Reliquary. She's fast enough. I'm just going to leave her in this gear, not pay too much attention to it because, oh my god, man, it's getting late. Like, I need to actually wrap this thing up. So we just threw some Savage Boots on her just because they're ranked up to 16. Not ideal. Substats suck, but at least she is nice and fast now, and she can act as some debuff cleanse and a little bit of healing into normal Hydra as well. So let's just give it a shot. And we're just going to play this out on auto, and bear in mind, again, that the highest damage that has ever been attained on this account across all 3 keys in a normal Hydra is like 2.5 million. And so anything from there is like pretty good, you know? The biggest regret is obviously that we don't have the provoke to deal with the Head of Decay. That's like the biggest problem that we're going to have here. We're also getting provoked up ourselves a little bit, but the Doom Priest is going to come in with the cleanse on this. Let's just see how it plays out, I guess. Okay, we went ahead and switched in the Strategos instead here, just because he has a chance to place provoke on his A1, and so it might just buy us a little bit more time all up in here. It's not a very reliable provoke, but does actually get to land. Okay, so now maybe we get to see how this team could actually play if we had a reliable provoker to deal with Head of Decay. Visix can also do this job as well, of course. It's going to be keeping that son of a gun provoked for a, you know, any kind of like length of time. That's going to be our biggest problem by a lot, I think. But let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how we're able to handle this. Hopefully we can attack in again with a Strategos. I might just have to manual this and try and get him to land his provoke every time that he can against this goddamn head. Fails to land this time. And we're screwed. Okay, let me restart. It's almost alive. After switching out the ninja for the Reliquary Tender and just going for more healing, we tend to be surviving just a little bit better, a lot more over here, until that happens, right? Until the big smack from downtown arrives, and then we're just kind of screwed, because we just have like a lot of level 50s in the mix, which is not ideal. But alright, man, sadly I've got to leave this takeover here, man. It's been a good few hours on this account, and frankly I only got like half the stuff done that I wanted to get done all up on here, but this will be the beginnings, for me at least, of my first Hydra team, if I was playing this account. Once the Visix is able to actually use their provoke, you know, when she's awakened enough to use her provoke via potions, she's going to help out a hell of a lot against the Head of Decay. Build her nice and tanky as humanly possible from here on out. Otherwise, her using her Ally Protect might end up getting her killed against Hydra, especially as you go up beyond normal stage and beyond. 3 damage dealers, I think that these two are actually, this lot are actually fine. There's great synergy between Ninja and Rathalos, those are doing great. Skill bucks will make a huge difference on Estrid, it's not even funny, you know. The amount of speed buffs she'll be able to get up and increased turn meters she's getting up and all of that good jazz will be immense. And Doom Priest, yeah, she's worth building out to level 60 just to get a good speed banner on her and get her nice and fast as humanly possible in a relentless set is like the best possible scenario. Speed rolls on a banner as well, just to get her as many turns as humanly possible and to get her defensive stats up as well. Of course, being level 60 is kind of a huge deal, but yeah, these are the champs that I'd look to build out to get started in Hydra for now. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Gonna wrap this one up here, man. Hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit like on the video, and if you're looking to get involved with this account takeover series yourself, you know what to do, man. Go ahead and join my Discord, but first, make sure you sign up to Raid using my beginner promo link to get your hands on 4 free epic champions, man, and get a priority pass in the queue for getting involved in this takeover series, man. I gotta do a little bit of triage over there because, frankly, there's so many submissions for me to get through, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.